I'm the type of person who often feels left out. I'm kind of hypersensitive in the way that, for example, if someone even accidentally ignores a little thing that I've said to them, I'll think that they don't like me, or that they secretly hate me, or that they just really can't stand being around me. I've had this mindset though for many, many years, and recently I've been reflecting on it because as I get older, I think it's about time that I start wondering why I tend to have less relationships and friendships than some other people. So I've thought about it and I realized that the reason that I don't get along as easily with other people and that I don't make relationships as easily as other people is really because I exclude myself. It's not because other people don't like me, it's because I voluntarily push myself away from the center of attention. Take your typical hallway scenario. Let's say we're walking in a hallway or maybe on a sidewalk, and I'm walking with two other people, and it's a narrow sidewalk, and I'm the person who voluntarily goes to the back. I let the other two people walk in a row together, and I just trail behind them. I know this is a universal experience, but sometimes you have to think about whether there was really no space on that sidewalk, or whether you just voluntarily and unnecessarily pushed yourself out of a conversation, out of a relationship that could have been a trio, but that you made a duo. Thinking back on the past relationships that I've made, I can think of way more instances where I've reached out and made good friends than I've reached out and had something bad happen, such as someone didn't want to talk to me. I have a couple really good friends who I voluntarily reached out to first, and one of them was as simple as in 8th grade, I went up to this girl and I had been following her on Instagram and I saw that she liked webtoons and I really liked webtoons too. And so I asked her, "Do you like Purple Hyacinth?" which is a webtoon. And she was like, "Yeah." And then we became friends after that. And now we're still friends, even though we don't share any classes. I feel like we have a friendship that isn't really easily broken. And if I see her again, I think I'll totally wave and say hi, and we could talk for a very, very long time. More recently, I also reached out to this other girl who likes K-pop, just like me. And it's not really the K-pop that's the point of this story, but it's the idea that we had a shared interest and we really talked about it. And it can be really scary to go up to someone and just be like, "Oh, hey, do you like K-pop," for example? But trust me, it'll be so, so worth it, because that's basically what I said to the girl, and we ended up being friends. Sometimes relationships just pop up spontaneously. Like, if they work, they work, and if they don't, then they don't. But if they work, I think it's very easy to know right away, as long as you actually try. So, the premise of this video is essentially understand that if you don't initiate a relationship, it's not very likely that the other person will. But that doesn't mean that they don't like you or that they secretly hate you. All that means is that maybe they're kind of introverted and they haven't mustered up the courage to talk to you yet. Or maybe they just don't know too much about you yet. They want to get to know you more, and that's not a bad thing. All that means is that it is your job to put yourself out there. It's your job to be the one to initiate the relationship. Like, imagine a baby bird who is born on a nest on top of a very tall tree, and it spends its entire childhood there. The only changes that happens in its life are these small changes, like, the mother bringing back a different bug for lunch, or the mother bringing back a new stick to add to the nest. And these are the small things that we should absolutely take joy in. But at the same time, imagine this bird once all its siblings grow up, fly away, once its mother flies away, once it has matured itself. What happens then? If the bird doesn't find a mate or friends to be with, it is going to be alone too. Its entire childhood has been a life of very few changes and very few relationships and no experience getting to meet new birds. But when it grows up, it has no one. And what will you do then? Are you going to sit there or are you going to fly?